Hello, this is a comparison between two fully restored Steinway grand pianos that have just been finished off and are in the showroom. So this first one is Model O from 1922 and this one is a Model M from 1926. Now both pianos have been restored in detail and both of them had replacement key tops. These key tops are made so they're kind of slightly off-white, and if you looked at it from a distance it would look like ivory, but they are replacements, and both pianos are, as I say, restored extremely similarly. So looked at from the front here, no different at all really. Both got unicorda pedals and sustain. Sorry, I beg your pardon. They're both got sostenuto pedals as well as the unicorda and sustain pedals, and both been finished off. Look just like a new Steinway really. Now we've been fortunate to have been able to sell quite a few of these restored Steinways, and we have Bechsteins in stock as well, similar restoration work. Just focusing in here on the rest bank, because in the other videos there's many other aspects we've talked about, but the rest bank's been replaced on both pianos. That was the Model M. This is the Model. Sorry, that was the Model O. This is the Model M, and rest bank is what the tuning pins go into. It's called a pin block, I think, in the USA, and if there's new wood under there, so they're going to new wood, so the pins can be smaller, and obviously extremely reliable, very ideal if you've got central heating. If you have underfloor heating, we've talked about that in other videos too. It's obviously good if you've got the rest bank replaced, but you need to look after there's various things you need to do if you have underfloor heating. So as well as the rest bank, as usual, we've reconditioned the soundboard. If there's been any splits, it's been shimmed. The dampers here, you can see we've gone up to right to the break point here. Normally the dampers go, half wedge dampers go to about here. On this one, this is the Model M, go right up to this break point. So that's up to this D, which gives a cleaner cut-off. It's something we like to get done when they're fully restored. If you're unsure whether the rest bank's been replaced on a piano, then one way of finding out is this is in selfie mode as it were, going behind the rest bank. You can see that back of it there is clearly laminated. That's a delignate rest bank with multi-laminates. That's on the Model M Steinway. And the Model O Steinway, round the back of the rest bank, there we are, look very similar, don't they? Now looking inside both pianos, this is the Model O. Both have had the levers changed as well. These are Renner Steinway parts. Steinway use Renner for all their parts, and you can see that it's been done to the highest possible standard. I always like looking under here to see whether there's any chalk being placed on here. This is, sorry, it's not chalk, it's talc. Talc or French chalk, some people call it. And that's important because it tends to, if there's any squeaking, that tends to be stopped by the chalk. And it just makes it a bit smoother as well. That's the main, obviously, main movement point, so that as the jack comes out, it feels a bit smoother. And here's Model M. No discernible difference really. There's enough marks on the hammers, not been played really, just enough for the strings to have made a mark on them, so we can fine voice it. It's got a lot of work to do, just to fine voice, fine regulation. But apart from that, the piano's completely ready and finished. So that's a comparison between two pianos just come into stock. This is the Model M Steinway 1926, fully restored. And I've been playing both pianos a lot today and trying to decide which one I prefer. And it's often not down to length, it's down to sort of the tone. And I actually like them both, so I haven't been able to prefer one to the other. Obviously the bass string is longer on the Model O by 10 centimetres. So this is the Model M. Both pianos are quite mellow compared to a new piano, but they have a typical rich tone of the older pianos. I like them both, as I say. Very hard to decide. This one sings wherever you play. There's some fine voicing still to be done, but nothing serious. Well, by the way, the tuning hasn't been done since they've been in the showroom, so if you're a tuner, you can probably notice that. So this one's slightly out of tune. Rich everywhere you play it, really. We do quite a few of these, and we're privileged to be able to do that, and you'll have seen many videos about different aspects of them. So now we'll try the Model O. And this is the Model O, 1922, very similar age, very similar restoration. The tonal variation is a lot to do with hammers very often. This is actually slightly mellower because of the hammers. Now we can brighten the piano to a certain extent, and we can mellow down bright hammers to a certain extent. But this does sound really very, very warm at the moment. Again, it's not been tuned, it's been in the showroom. Thank you very much for listening.